Welcome to SVGTV News for Thursday, August 8, 2019. I am Roache with the details. St. Vincent and the Grenadines now has an embassy in the Republic of China on Taiwan, which was officially opened last evening. The embassy, located in Taipei, was opened by Prime Minister Dr. Gonsalves at a ceremony attended by Taiwan's Vice President, SVG's first ambassador to Taiwan, Andrea, Bowman, and other dignitaries. At last evening's ceremony, Prime Minister Gonsalves said he is hopeful that the 38-year relations between Taiwan and SVG will be further strengthened and at the same time facilitate and improve private sector investment opportunities for both countries.
Our relations with Taiwan, and I want to remember him at this moment, to our country and to building the relations between our two countries. And I made a suggestion, which suggestion was accepted yesterday evening, that in addition to whatever scholarships are granted by Taiwan, Vincent students, an additional one will be granted in the area of applied science and technology, electronics, areas of his own professional expertise, to be called the Sir Vincent Ian BEACHE Scholarship Capable at the university here in Taiwan.
PM Gonsalves said he is confident that SVG's first ambassador to Taiwan, Andrea Bowman, will do a great job. Ambassador Bowman will be supported by Minister Counsel Elroy Wilson, a secretary and a driver. Bowman said she has and will continue to dedicate herself to serve all Vincentians here at home and in Taiwan with dignity.
Our nation is housing a home, a new home, in a space where it feels a sense of belonging. Home is not only where the heart is, but it is a place which knows you, a space which you know. The establishment of this embassy is a tangible indication of the commitment and trust shared by our nations. We have trusted each other in the most significant ways which enhance and deepen our humanity. And as one of our leading soccer artists, Kamas in the Fabulous Doll says, we have now become family. We are indeed a family with a new home.
In attendance at the ceremony were a number of Vincentian students studying in Taiwan. At the opening ceremony of SVG's embassy in Taipei, PM Gonsalves announced that a scholarship will be named in memory of Sir Vincent Ian BEACHE, who passed away on Monday, August 5, 2019. The Prime Minister said that the scholarship will be for a student to pursue studies in the field associated with Sir Vincent's liking.
Very important role in shaping our relations with Taiwan, and I want to remember him at this moment, to our country and to building the relations between our two countries. And I made a suggestion, which suggestion was accepted yesterday evening, that in addition to whatever scholarships are granted by Taiwan, Vincentian students, an additional one will be granted.
And today, August 8, is the Prime Minister's birthday. With a time difference, the Prime Minister celebrated his birthday with Taiwan's president and other government officials in Taipei. He was presented with a birthday cake and happy birthday was sung to him surrounded by his wife Eloise and Ambassador Bowman. In other news, buildings are necessary for living and production and must be built to withstand the harsh environments we live in today. In our previous report, we explored one key material to reinforce concrete steel and what affects its strength. In this second part of the report by Bavin Oliver, he explores what makes a good concrete mixture and what compromises its strength and resilience.
Structures can be found everywhere, and with the reinforcement of steel, these structures can be as sturdy as rock. Unlike anything else, improper practices can hamper the strength of concrete, resulting in collapsed buildings. Engineer at the Physical Planning Unit Desmond Pompey said the concrete must be mixed correctly using a 1-3 mixture, 1 sack of cement to 3 sacks of sand. He said along with a good mixture, proper plaster and paint helps to prevent the seepage of water and protects the steel on the inside. The engineer said some of the builders are engaged in practices which allow for the seepage of water, thus reducing the effectiveness of the concrete.
I watched them. They didn't put on 3 coat of paint. They didn't do the primer and then put on the 2 coat. They put on the first coat and then dab and something else. I watched them. 3 coats of paint. Right? Water have to go through. Plaster, 1/2 inch. I didn't mix the plaster, right? It's supposed to be a 1-3 mix. I know when it's in a 1-3 mix. Here I does know. I just come and rub it so. When I rub it so, the sand just come off of my hand. It's supposed to be a 1-3 mix.
Pompey said concrete after being mixed should be set for at least 1 hour and highlighted another practice which can create weak concrete.
You don't mix it, cover it up, go for lunch, lie down under the house, and then come back and throw some water anything and then use that. Nah. That is weak concrete you have there now. You mix, you do up a batch that you could mix and place. Whatever you couldn't place should either be used for structures and construction that is not going to pose a danger.
Sand, crushed stone and rubber material are also used in concrete for various reasons. And according to the engineer, some of the sand may contain salt which can rust steel. In our previous report, we highlighted that rusted steel can weaken and crack concrete.
We have the base sand. Got some salt in it. Salt is going to rust steel. Rusting, like I said, is an oxidation process. And I advise that you wash out the salt. Or you bring the sand and you stockpile it and you wait for rain. Rain, you wash it out.
Pompey further spoke on how rubber material and crushed stone should be used in construction.
The rubber material, right? We would use that on the ground floor, where the floor is resting on dirt. You put BRC and turn and use that on the floor. But for your columns and your beams, and the slab suspended above, you don't use that rubber material. You use the crushed stone, 3/8, 5/8, right? And that's coming in a nice blend. You use that crushed stone and use sand.
There are several other issues that which affect the strength of buildings, and SVGTV will continue to explore these issues as we head deeper into the hurricane season. For SVGTV's Evening News, I am Bavin Oliver.
The police here have arrested and charged T-Bone Campbell, a 19-year-old laborer of Annisville, with the robbery and attempted robbery of 2 U.S. medical students. The incident is said to have occurred at the Fountain Highway around 8:10 a.m. on Tuesday. Campbell appeared at the Kingstown Magistrate Court today. He was not called upon to plead because the charges were laid indictable. He was placed on $15,000 bail with 1 surety. He is currently remanded in custody. If his bail is posted, Campbell is expected to report to the Calico Police Station every Monday and Friday between 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. The matter has been transferred to the Serious Offences Court. The next hearing is slated for September 3rd, 2019. Teachers here are charged with the responsibility to educate the nation's children, but at the same time, they too need to be engaged in continuous training to deliver quality education. To this end, teachers from 4 zones got the opportunity to do just that in a series of workshops designed to train them in the phonics approach to reading. The workshops were facilitated by the UK Friends of the Mustique Charitable Trust and targeted teachers in the North Leeward, South Leeward, Central Windward and the North Windward zones, and gave teachers another opportunity approach to teaching of reading. Facilitator Asif Colin Dover said the phonics-based approach allows teachers to show students the relationship of letters and sounds, as well as the relationship between words.
The teachers are holding on to, and the thing that they want a lot of, is to unlock the secrets in the word. So for example, a word like anxious, right? How do you know the sounds that are in the word anxious to help the child understand that that's the word? So for example, in the word anxious, the N doesn't say it says ang, it makes an NG sound. The X and the I go together to make a sh sound. Teachers also wanted to understand what are the various sounds that the vowels make. And for the first time, many of them understood that the long sound has two sounds, which is a sharp sound and a longer sound. So sharp sound as in way, say, but longer sound as in grade. Those are the things that they need to equip the students in an effort for them to learn how to call words. I also teach them what diction, because I do not divorce reading from diction.
Dover said some students are not reading at their grade level, and the interactive model will assist each teacher to deliver the needed help to these students.
And word rules. 3, understand how this word is called as opposed to another word. Do comprehension. So it caters for the bottom up and the top down. So this model that is presented to the teachers in this workshop caters for the remedial readers, those who are not reading at their grade level. So for example, let's say the word shout. The teacher pulls the word apart, right, which is the process of segmentation, and puts it together through a process called blending. So first sound, sh. Second sound, ow. You let the child blend them and say show. Then you can go back. Because what I normally tell the teachers is that reading is a marathon. It takes time, it's not a sprint. So this model and this workshop helps students who are not at that level to rise to that level. But first of all, it helps teachers to understand exactly what they're supposed to do.
The workshop facilitator said it is his hope that the teachers use the knowledge gained in the classroom to help develop the reading abilities of their students.
Things have been really going well. The biggest zone was Central Windward. The zones take care of 30 teachers. However, Central Windward had close to 38 or 39 teachers. This is another big zone too. This has about 35 teachers. It shows that teachers are thirsting for the knowledge. They want to be able to go back to the classroom, and they want to be able to implement these things that they learn in order to raise the reading level of the students. So I hope that with these 4 zonal workshops that have been put on by the UK Friends of Mercy Charitable Trust, that the teachers can take the knowledge, the skills that they would have gained, and go back to the classroom and implement changes that are really needed in the classroom so that the students can really learn.
A number of students who were successful at the Caribbean Primary Exit Assessment (CPEA) were presented with scholarship and book vouchers today by the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Teachers Cooperative Credit Union Limited. 85 students received book vouchers, while 4 students received scholarship, including the Cecil Blazer Williams Award. At the presentation ceremony, Education Officer with responsibility for secondary school, K. Martin Jack, expressed gratitude to the SVGTCCU for its continued partnership in the development of the nation's youth, and keeping with one of the principles of the credit union movement of people helping people. She encouraged the recipients of the book vouchers and scholarships to put them to good use.
Let this indeed be your goal. The Ministry of Education and the Teachers Cooperative Credit Union are indeed counting on you. We don't want anything less than 80%. Because when we are pointing out our scholars, the Teachers Cooperative Credit Union scholars, we must be able to say, yeah, that's one of us. We invested in that person. All right, boys and girls? All right, boys and girls? I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing you? Okay, very good. Your success is the Ministry of Education and the Teachers Cooperative Credit Union success as well. So we're going to feel good, all right, all around. There are so many people who will be cheering you on. Your individual victories are our country's victories. Give of your best.
President of the SVGTCCU, Miriam Roache, said that the credit union continues to support its members and they are proud to be associated with the success of the recipients.
We are, however, poised to continue on our many programs and services, which will assist you in feeling confident that your dreams and aspirations are met. We feel certain that the successes of our people will inevitably convert into the good investment outcome, which will be a benefit to our country as a whole and possibly to our union as well. SVGTCCU remains a proud benefactor of all those who have benefited from our scholarships and book voucher program. And once again, we are given the opportunity to contribute to nation building through the development of young minds. We are proud of the opportunity to assist in building a cadre of professionals who, through a sound education, will be our country's next generation of experts in all and various fields. We are proud too that SVGTCCU is leading in this charge because we care and we share.
Roache further encouraged the parents of the recipients to continue to build a good environment so that their children can continue to be successful in their endeavors.
Parents, I exhort you to create an environment in which your children can continue to be successful. Instill with urgency the need to be focused and disciplined in all their endeavors, so that those characteristics will remain with them permanently, endeavoring always to succeed and excel. Be your children's greatest supporter. Be their guide. Be their disciplinarian with love, but also be their most valued cheerleaders. Your children need you now more than ever, but they will always need you no matter how old they become and throughout their entire lives. They need you to cheer them. They need you to be there through thick and thin. Parents, we are not only here to provide financial assistance. We are not only here to invest in them financially. We know that you too need support, and so that is why we have given consideration for continuing and for adding additional support in the form of mentoring and assessing their progress throughout the 7 years of their scholarship.
One of the 2018-2020 scholarship recipients, Linron John, spoke on the impact the SVG Teachers Cooperative Credit Union Limited scholarship has had on his education as a student of the SVG Community College.
Being awarded with these scholarships had provided me with the financial support required to purchase basic necessities for school, and for that, I am truly grateful to the credit union for the opportunity on 2 separate occasions. With only one of my 2 parents having a job, you can understand the gravity of the situation, handling materials needed for education of 3 boys. I'm sure the parents in this room can relate and understand the extent of the situation I speak of. Similar to this situation, I'm sure this scholarship will be a major assistance in providing your children the necessities to help and build in their future.
John also encouraged this year's scholarship recipients to continue to do their best so that they can also get a college scholarship.
Be grateful for the support of your family, friends, and of the credit union. I encourage you to never lose sight of your goals, and as in my case, aim for an A-level scholarship. Before I end, I'd like to suggest to the present scholars to try to save $1, can be at least 25 cents from lunch or snack money each school day for 5 years, basically whole school time. If this is done, you'll have saved over $900 by the end of secondary school education if you had saved $1 coming down. While if you had saved 25 cents, you would have saved over $200. This money saved can greatly assist you in your A-level education in the future. Again, I encourage the new scholars to keep putting your best foot forward and aim high. Also, I'd like to wish the credit union all the best in its future endeavors.
That was the local news. We heard that Barbados rolls out the red carpet for visiting Kenyan president. This from the region. When we return, stay with us.
That was the local news segment.
The EVERREADY Funeral Home at French's is your friend in times of grief. With over 40 years' experience, they are prepared to take care of all your funeral arrangements. Embalming, lowering device service, grave mattresses, carpeting, vaults, tombs and wreaths. Arrangements for television obituaries. Cremation is available upon request. EVERREADY Funeral Home offers the finest in caskets and coffins, local and imported. So, in your time of need, call EVERREADY Funeral Home at any time. 456-1494. EVERREADY Funeral Home, offering service above self.
Juicy, juicy, drink today. Juicy, juicy, same great taste. Juicy, juicy, the original drink. It's a Vincent thing. Get your red and banana, pineapple, juicy cola, orange or apple. Juicy for you and for your neighbor. It's a